Chapter 4 Tips from Failing Step 1 to Passing. Here, I share specific strategies I use after failing Step 1 that help me pass on my second attempt. I focus on creating a sustainable study schedule using targeted question blocks and balancing study with self-care, which is really important. This chapter also covers how I incorporated daily mantras, mindfulness, and meditation to manage stress and stay focused. And so in this chapter, you could expect the actionable steps I took to improve my study approach after failing it the first time. Also, how to structure your study days for maximum productivity and minimal burnout. And tips for balancing study with self-care and stress management. So what went wrong the first time, right? That's probably what you're asking. When I first prepared for Step 1, I did everything by the book, or so I thought. I followed the conventional advice, 2 to 3 blocks of 40 UWorld questions every single day, mixed, hours of reading first aid, and daily Anki review with the Anki deck. I watched all the Pathoma videos, I watched all the sketchy videos, and I tried to cram as much information as possible in a small amount of time every single day. Despite this, I still failed on my first attempt. Sucked. And so here's what I learned about why my approach didn't work. 1, there's too much content and not enough strategy. I focused on covering everything instead of honing my test-taking skills. I was doing 5,000 UWorld questions and 100,000 Anki cards, but I wasn't practicing how to apply the knowledge efficiently. I was just shooting from the hip and hoping that my energy and my determination was going to get me to the finish line. And it just didn't work that way. Burnout. Studying over 12 hours a day with no real breaks for 8 months straight left me freaking exhausted. By the time the exam came, I had lost focus, and mental fatigue affected me and my performance. And then there was content overload. I fell into this trap of trying to review every piece of information out there. I spent too much time on resources that weren't actually helping me prepare for the way Step 1 was asking questions. You're not taking an exam based off of a sketchy video. Nothing against sketchy, but sketchy is not Step 1. So what worked the second time around? Well, I can tell you. After failing, I had to reassess my strategy. I needed to approach Step 1 differently. Instead of cramming content, I focused on mastering the test-taking process. And here are the major changes that I personally made to get me over that hump. 1, I focused on targeted practice. I switched to doing 80 questions with strategic blocks rather than random 40-question mixed blocks. I broke these down by topic based on the NBME question breakdown that they had published every single year, focusing on the highest yield content areas like biochemistry, general principles, and communications. I developed a crib sheet system. So instead of just passively reviewing questions, I created crib sheets to summarize every question I got wrong in 1 or 2 sentences, or a better way to show it is, what did I need to know to get the question right in less than 90 seconds? These crib sheets became my go-to for review material. I reviewed them every morning and every night, which helped me reinforce what I was missing. Because for me, I just needed to get my reps. I needed to prioritize reviewing so that I was able to build those mental muscles. The third thing was daily mantras and mindfulness and prioritizing that. To combat burnout and maintain mental health, I started every day with a personal mantra and incorporated daily meditation. Every day, rain, sleet, or snow, 3:30 hit, I was getting my 10 to 15 minute meditation in. This helped me stay grounded and calm, reducing my stress levels as the exam day approached. And it was really helpful. Then I started my Pomodoro method for studying. Instead of doing a marathon of study sessions, I used a Pomodoro technique. And that was 45 minutes of studying, followed by a 15-minute break, just to stay fresh and focused. And so within 1 hour, I would have a study session and a break. And I would do that for 8 to 10 hours. Over time, I built up to longer sessions without losing focus. And the goal was to replicate the sessions that I would have for my actual study or step 1 exam. So 60 minutes of work and then having a 10-minute break, 5 to 10 minutes. I focused on better rest and recovery as well. I made sure to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night, drinking plenty of water, and engage in hobbies like reading, comics, working out for at least an hour a day. And these allowed me to really take breaks and recharge so I could study more effectively. And then consistent review. That was the big one. I didn't take any full days off from reviewing, but I also didn't overwork myself on my light days. Every day, I did a light review of my crib sheets, even if it was on break days. This helped me stay sharp without burning out. With dedicated, yes, taking breaks is good, but how you approach taking breaks is what matters. Going cold turkey is not the business. And I could tell you because as a Division I college football player, I always wanted to take opportunities to just not do anything. But in order for you to stay in shape, both mentally and physically, there's no days off. You could take light days where you could spend 1 or 2 hours a day, but just like brushing your teeth, just like taking a shower, this is just one of those things you have to commit. You wouldn't not brush your teeth just because you don't want to do anything. So think about it like that. Here's a breakdown of what I did differently in my second attempt to pass step 1. Take a baseline practice exam first week. Start by taking a practice exam to assess where you're at. This gives you a realistic baseline to work from. Then from there, you could use targeted questions instead of 40-question random mixed blocks. Focus on 80 questions for the day based on high-yield content of specific areas. You'll cover more ground this way, and you won't waste time on overrepresented topics such as cardio, renal, and poem. And you could incorporate more communications and neuro into that. Crib sheets are the savior. For every question you get wrong, write a 1 to 2 sentence explanation about the information you need to know to get the question right in 90 seconds. Review the crib sheets every morning and every night to reinforce your weak areas. Daily mantras and meditation. Start your day with a mantra that centers you and include a 15 to 20-minute meditation session every day. This will help reduce your anxiety and improve your focus. Pomodoro techniques. Use 45 minutes of study sessions followed by a 15-minute break, and gradually increase your study sessions to improve your stamina while also reducing your break time to also improve your stamina. But make sure to take structured breaks to avoid burnout. Then review and rest. You want to find a way to balance that. Don't skip review, even on days off. However, don't overload yourself. A short 30-minute review of your crib sheets on a rest day is enough to keep the material fresh for you. It's time to trim the fat. Let's talk about strategy. You can grind all day, but if you're not working smart, you're spinning your wheels. Here's the blueprint for smarter, more efficient step 1 game plan. Study smart, not hard. Don't cram every fact from first aid. Focus on learning how to play the game. Master question formats, key concepts, and test-taking strategies. Crib sheets are your secret weapon. When you get a question wrong, jot down a one-liner with the key info you missed. Review these daily instead of rereading books. And trust me, reviewing concise notes beats drowning in pages of fluff any day. Pomodoro like a pro. Use Pomodoro timers, 25-minute study, 5-minute break, 45-minute study, 15-minute break to stay sharp and avoid frying your brain on a daily basis. Consistency over chaos. Stay structured, stay focused. And mental health is a non-negotiable. Start your day with a mantra, take mental breaks, and keep up with your hobbies. This isn't about passing step. It's about coming out on the other side in one piece, more enriched. Be careful with practice exams. Practice exams are helpful, but they do not always reflect the current content distribution of the real exam. Don't rely on practice exams to gauge your readiness. Instead, focus on consistent performance in your daily suggested question blocks to track your improvement. If you're doing good on a daily basis, your practice exams should reflect that, and so should your step 1 experience. Building a sustainable routine is the name of the game. Focus on efficiency, target your weak spots, and don't neglect your mental health. Burnout won't get you to the finish line. Smart, structured effort will. In Chapter 5, I'll show you how to create a balanced study schedule that juggles practice questions, content review, and rest. Because you're not a robot. And you got to pace yourself to win this marathon. So bottom line, work smarter, not harder. Build your routine with focus, precision, and self-care. Step 1 isn't about grinding, it's about strategy. Now let's get you to the next level and over the Step 1 journey. Thanks for checking this out. This is USMLE Step 1000, created by me, Stephen Christian, a space where you can turn your Step 1 prep into something smarter, sustainable, and stress-free. If you found this helpful, be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more. You can follow us on Spotify for more study tips and more audio podcast stuff, Instagram at USMLE Step 1000, and you can like the Facebook page to stay connected. Don't forget to download all the resources, all the Anki decks, the clinical clues, everything from the PDFs and everything that you saw in the videos you can find at www.step1000.com. And follow the blog for more updates as well at www.usmlestep1000.com, your one-stop shop for everything Step 1000. And if you like what I'm doing here and you want to follow or at least support, you can check me out on social media at Stuck on an Island. Thanks again, and I look forward to sharing more stuff about Step 1 prep and how to overcome these mental hurdles so that you can have the best possible experience possible. So again, I'm not going to hold you any longer, but remember, let's keep pushing forward one step at a time to 1000.